So if you haven't already heard, yesterday Blizzard revealed the second iteration of the Nexus Challenge, where people who play Heroes of the Storm can unlock stuff for Overwatch, specifically the Oni Genji skin, icon, and spray, the newly revealed Officer D.Va skin, and 10 free Overwatch loot boxes. So they're giving a ton of incentive for people to come in, jump in to play Heroes of the Storm who may not play it otherwise. And I think that's one of the key things to consider as we talk about the rest of this story, because what happened after this event was announced, pretty much as expected, is that there was a kickback from a large portion of the Overwatch player base, specifically the console player base. Console players expressed frustration that they felt excluded from the skins for not owning or having access to a computer that can play Heroes of the Storm. Now, Jeff Kaplan responded to this with the following: "We completely understand that there are some players who do not own or have access to a PC to play Heroes of the Storm. Because of this, we plan to add both the Oni Genji skin and the Officer D.Va skin to the normal base Overwatch loot box at some point in the future. With that said, I still encourage anyone with access to a PC to play the Nexus Challenge. Heroes of the Storm is an amazing game. You'll unlock the skins for free before anyone else." Okay, look, here's how this is. Let's be honest here. This is how this works. The D.Va skin that they're implementing here is probably only ever created because of the Nexus Challenge. We play this one game, and there are unlocks for this game in another game. The sole purpose for that is the incentive to get us to play that other game. The only reason D.Va Officer or Oni Genji exists is because Blizzard knows that we want it, and this includes all of you console players out there. They know that we think these are cool and that we want them. So they are gonna make them a reward for playing a game that maybe not so many people are interested in playing. Not to bash on Heroes of the Storm. I actually played it quite a bit for almost a year. Like, I enjoyed it. It wasn't a bad experience. I had a lot of fun with it. I think it goes without saying that Heroes of the Storm isn't nearly as popular as a game like Overwatch. And so all of this drama that's come up from this and this console player base that is rightfully upset, I understand the frustration if you only play on a console. There was a period of time in my life when I only played on consoles. When I lived at home with my parents in high school, I didn't have a PC there. When I first went away to college, that's when I actually got access to my first computer. So I understand, like, there are people out there who just don't have access to a computer, and they play and they love Overwatch, and they want those Overwatch skins. This is by design. This is like what Blizzard actually wants you to be upset. Hold on. Blizzard wants you to want this so bad that you go and play Heroes of the Storm. So it's actually surprising to me. I'm glad they did it for the sake of those console players who don't have access to a computer. I am glad that Jeff and the Overwatch team have decided that they are going to make these skins, the Oni Genji and the Officer D.Va, eventually available through the base loot boxes. But I am at the same time surprised they are doing that and that they came out and said it so early, because this completely undercuts the whole purpose of what they were trying to do. Overwatch is a giant game. We got a 25 million player strong player base. Here's the Storm, not so much. Let's get people from our giant and enthusiastic Overwatch player base to come check out this other game by giving them an incentive. Now, they basically remove the incentive, except for, let us not forget, week 4. If nothing else, if you don't care to play it during week 1 or 2 for the Oni or Officer skins, since they're coming to the loot boxes eventually anyways, at least try it for week 4, because you can get 10 free loot boxes for Overwatch, so that's a pretty good deal. It's an interesting thing that came up. It's not surprising. It is by design that Blizzard is getting people so riled up that they want these skins, because that's the purpose for them to try to get us to play Heroes of the Storm. So yeah, I'm a bit surprised that they're kind of backing off on that, but it's good for us, the players of Overwatch, because now if you don't want to, you don't have to install and play Heroes of the Storm. If you don't want to, or if you don't have the ability to, like a lot of console players out there likely don't. The next story is a pretty interesting one. Overwatch is going to be available to play for free for an entire month, but only in China. From May 1st to the 31st, all 24 heroes, 14 maps, and game modes, except for competitive, are going to be available for free. Also, account leveling and progress will remain intact after that free trial if you decide to eventually pick up and purchase the main game. So yes, this is a China-only event. This is not terribly out of the norm. In fact, there are a lot of games that we pay for here or have subscriptions subscription fees here in the West that are available for free in other parts of the world, just because of sort of how the gaming demographic is different from one place to the area. There are different markets, people consume video games differently, they play games differently, and having this huge long free trial for an entire month isn't completely unexpected. And I do know I have at least some portion of my viewer base does actually view from China, so I thought this was something that was worth mentioning and discussing. I'm sure everyone would love a free Overwatch month. For those of you who are interested in the game enough to be watching a video like this, but have yet to pay for it. And even myself, even those of us who do own the game, I think a free Overwatch month would be great everywhere, just to try to get some people into it. You know, if you have friends of yours, family, whoever, who maybe you think would be interested in the game, but haven't pulled the trigger on purchasing the $60 purchase, this would be a good opportunity to kind of bring those people in and, you know, to try it out and maybe get them interested in the game. So it would be cool if Blizzard did something like this. I don't expect, you know, a full month, maybe if they did a free Overwatch week in the rest of the world, but it's good to see they kind of are building the framework for something like that with this free month in China. I'd be really pleased if they decide to do that in other parts of the world. I think that'd be nice. It'd be a good opportunity to get some other people interested in the game. All right, everybody, that does it for me here today. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's topics. Please let me know in the comment section below how you feel. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you have a good one, and until next time, I'll see you later.